Hi, Frontline. This is Val. I want to spend some time with you today talking about dealing with misinformation or bad information. So the question at hand is, how do you respond to bad information about HIV? Well, as we know, in the nearly 3 decades that HIV has been recognized, there's been a lot of bad information about HIV, and we know that it persists today. A lot of people still have bad information or spread bad information or say the first thing that comes to their mind about HIV, even if it's not accurate. So we want to give you some skills to deal with it. And we here at Teach and the AIDS Library have a particular way of dealing with bad information. And one of the sort of crucial things that I want to say at the beginning is that you're not always going to be able to unseat or unroot someone's bad information. Like, it might not be you that gets to them. So don't get discouraged if you are trying to get across to somebody some good information and they're not taking it, because we can't change people, we can't fix people. All we can do is model good behavior. So what I'm gonna give you here is our method for dealing with bad information. So let's say someone says something about HIV that you know is untrue. The Teach method of dealing with this is not to fly off the handle, and because the crucial thing here is not that you look good, but that they get good information. And if you jump down their throat, then they're never going to take good information from you, no matter how good your information is. This is the kind of take-home thing, is thank them for saying it. If someone says something that's real messed up about HIV that you know is wrong, if you thank them for saying it, then they understand that you hear them. And remember, from the Plicit model, if you haven't watched the communication skills module, we talk about that in this. In the Plicit model, people just want to be heard. People want to express themselves and know that someone is hearing them. So if you say, no, that's wrong, you're an idiot, then of course people don't feel heard. But if you say, I'm really glad you said that, because a lot of people think that, but then you can give them the good information, and that helps build trust. And it actually, like it says here, it's a good thing that they said it, not a bad thing, because we want to know where they are. And if they don't say anything and they hold on to bad beliefs, there's no way that we can fight that. So probably others think it but are unwilling to say so. So it's actually sort of a sign of bravery. You can sometimes say that in your response. And again, more than anything else, most people just want to be heard, and this proves you're listening. So let's continue here. So I'm glad that you said that. Thank you for saying that, because it's important to know where people are. But here's the real deal. HIV can't be passed through a fork, right? As an example. A light touch, not judgmental. It's not about them being an idiot. It's about the fact being wrong, right? Not, you're wrong, but here's how it is. And follow up with a source or a reading material, or say that you will get one to them, and then follow through on that. So putting it all together, let's have a scenario here. Example. You're at a picnic, right? It's a really pleasant day, and you don't want to be talking about AIDS, but there you are. Somebody says, don't touch that fork, you can get AIDS from it. Well, if someone was interrupting my picnic, I might feel very upset, right? I might not want to do this, but the right thing to do would be to say, I'm glad you say that, because a lot of people believe it, but actually no one's ever gotten HIV from a fork. It would have to have blood, semen, vaginal fluid, or breast milk on it, and then get into someone's bloodstream, and that fork was only in the potato salad, right? There's not blood in the potato salad. Come on, I made it myself. So if it gets deeper, sometimes people might say this. It might go a next step further. Yeah, well, my cousin swears he got that AIDS shit from a fork. Well, that's really great. This is turning out to be quite a pleasant picnic, right? This. Let me back up a second here. This says your response, and there are a lot of ways that you could respond at this point. The sort of I want to prove I'm right kind of thing. If you take that stance where the important thing is that you're right and you're not dishonored by accepting something wrong, then you might go down a path that's like, well, your cousin's lying to you, or don't believe everything, and just sort of sow more discord, right? If I were faced with this scenario, I might say something like, he might have told you that to save face, and I don't know him, so I don't know how he actually got HIV, but there has never been a single transmitted case of HIV through a fork. So maybe he doesn't understand, or maybe he doesn't think that he can trust you with the real deal. Something. Although, implying that family members can't trust each other, again, kind of goes that sowing discord thing. So, obviously there's not like a perfect response to this. And it's really important to remember that you don't want to get into a fight with them. You don't want to return their anger. You want to de-escalate whenever possible. And it's important to consider the source of this. Are they someone that's worth arguing with? Are they someone who, just picks a fight because it's fun for them? Are they drunk? Are they high? Do you have a connection with them? Like, can you talk with them about this later? You also can get them something in print that's super official. I would go with the CDC or something like that. And if you follow up, the next time you see them or you visit them and say, hey, remember that conversation that we had? I wanted to bring you this that builds on your point. You can try again with, I know you don't want to hear this, but HIV has never been passed through a fork. Or you can accept that you might not be the one they'll hear this from. And that's kind of what I said at the beginning. Like, everything is not for everybody, and you might not be the one. That night might not be the day on which they're going to have their beliefs about HIV changed. So take-home messages. We're not born with our beliefs on health or on HIV. We get these through society and through the people that we're connected with. Health isn't just the absence of disease. People believe all sorts of things and have the right to their belief, but you are getting good information. And if you keep watching these videos, you're going to get more information. And we want you to use it, but we want you to use it gently. We don't want you to use it to make bigger problems for yourself or pick fights. It's important that we be nice to each other, and that's sort of if all of the HIV information that's contained in these modules are the bricks of the structure, then the mortar that holds them all together is be nice to each other, because people have a right to self-determination, and people have a right to build a life that works for them, even if it's not the life that you would choose for them. So, thanks for sticking in there, and I will see you, and by see you, I mean not actually see you, but I will talk into a computer, and you will later play it at a different time when I am not present. But I look forward to that time. I'll talk to you later. Bye.